Oh, I'm muted. Okay, that explains it. Okay. Oh, I'm muted. Okay, that... Yeah, okay, figured it out, boys. We're good. We're good now. Yes. Whew. Today has been one hell of a day. I had to go do something earlier, right? So I was originally gonna be streaming at 2, but then I was like, I gotta go do something at like 1:30. I gotta go pick some shit up since we're like moving and stuff and bring it back here. And you know, I'll move it up an hour to like 3. So I did that. Then I got stuck in the worst traffic of my life. And even though I was legitimately expecting to get back, like, with plenty of time to finish setting up, because I hadn't set up my pop filter yet. Oh god. Oh, that's right. Oh god, this setup is horrible. And then I got here 30 minutes after the stream should have started. So I finished setting up my pop filter, and then when I went to stream, I realized my internet's down. So the internet guy came by to essentially upgrade the internet from you know to make it faster, and apparently he decided to unplug the Ethernet from the router. Fuck me, I guess. So yeah, after figuring out what the fuck the problem was, I just reconnected the Ethernet to the router, and now we're here. An hour and 15 minutes late, but today, we're gonna be trying to finish the game. Yeah, okay, let's get started. Let us head over to the... And why am I upside down? Oh, God. This is awkward. Hi. I've fallen! No! Okay, I should... let's see. Transform, flip vertical. There we go, okay. And I forgot to open up the game. Oh, this day is going tremendous already. I can tell you that much. Oh, God. Oh, dear Lord. No, I don't care about Steam or any of this bullshit. I just want to play the game. Yes, we are definitely looking to try to finish the game today. You know, the first game. And then after that, if you've noticed, we are going to be starting the third Ace Attorney game, Trials and Tribulations, this Thursday. And if I manage to finish this game today, which hopefully I will, I'll be doing Ace Attorney twice a week. Hoping to maybe try to finish it off before my next semester of college starts up, you know? So yeah, the ideal is to finish the game today. We're on the end path. We just need to, you know, do the thing. And it seems like it's capturing the game fine. So, let's get into it. The final ending right here.
Huh. I think the shaking stopped.
It would seem so, but we are yet to be out of danger.
Okay, yeah, so last time, let me just do a quick recap, just so I can, you know, fill myself in. We had an epiphany across time, space, and multiple dimensions to, figure out the code for the coffin. We unlocked it, and that let us get Snake out. After that, we made it to... Yeah, we caught him up. Apparently, Ace was the killer, and he accidentally killed some other guy that was dressed up to look like Snake, and Snake was tossed in the coffin. So then we headed to the library. We learned about some studies that were done by some dude. I don't remember the exact significance of that. I'm sure it'll be brought back up again. Yeah, we solved the library puzzle, then we headed into the study room where Zero was building all of his, like, traps and stuff, and we did some really nicely built puzzles in that study room. Those were pretty fun. And now we're back out, so let's just keep going.
You're right. Let's hurry.
This exit needs the Uranus card, too.
yeah, lock the door so we're not interrupted.
Hey, Junpei.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we're out.
It's open. Let's go. Okay, Neptune Key. Let's see if you work.
I mean,
I think it unlocked.
I'd hope it worked. I'd hope Zero wouldn't cuck us at the last moment. Incinerator. Here we go.
Incinerator.
So this is where the other timeline ended, right? Here we Snake pulled a sacrifice play and killed himself to take down Ace in the incinerator room, and then after that Zero lost, probably because Snake died and Zero wanted to keep Snake alive, as well as, Clover and stuff, since they were all part of the original Killing Game.
So this is the incinerator.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door.
All right.
Yeah, right here. Pull that and the door should open.
Oh, right, and we also learned, very crucially, that apparently June was actually Santa's sister who died in the incinerator or something? I don't know. I genuinely don't know how this is gonna go. Is she a clone? Is she a doll? Is she someone else? Is it even the same June that we know? Could it be a different person? Just happen to have the same name? Why does Santa not recognize her? Is she in cahoots with him? Or is she something or other and does he understand? That's why she has the 9th bracelet. I have no fucking clue, okay, how any of this is working out.
Got it.
All we know
Let's go.
is June is something. Oh,
What the hell is going on?
we're back here, and it looks like June's off to the side there, and Santa is not having a good day.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
I take it fucking, Ace went through the door or something?
Jumpy, you came to get me.
Of course I did. I made a promise.
I'm so glad you're here. So glad.
I'm just glad in this timeline he's still calling her June and not Connie.
Hey,
Because
what happened
it's
to
fucking
you?
disgusting.
I'm fine. I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Right.
Are you sure?
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine. You shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
No, he got his shit kicked in by Ace, didn't he?
I don't have it.
Did he get shot?
Sucker punched and they took the gun.
Right, yeah.
What? Who took it?
What? Isn't that obvious?
I took the gun.
Oh, he's still here.
Ace.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
It's all finally unraveling. It's all coming to a head here. But him and Lotus... So him and Lotus make a 9, so then he just needs another 2 people who make up 9. So that means he can either take, Snake and 7, me and June. I mean, no, June and Santa, or me and, Clover. Alternatively, unless maybe he's figured out the fact that Santa might actually have the 0th bracelet, in which case 190 is... I mean, 180 is 9.
You have me at a disadvantage, and I don't like that. You know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
No, Not really, but I genuinely don't care.
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that?
Good question.
So I'm just goaded.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go.
No villainous monologue explaining your sad backstory or something? Respect.
First is 1. Give me your hand. 8. And with this, 9.
The ninth man. Capota's
Oh,
bracelet.
to use the ninth math bracelet. Okay, makes sense. But this should mean we should still theoretically be able to get it alive, right? Cause that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or no? Cause oh no, cause we have too many people. We have 6 people. We do add up to 9 though. It's just that we need to leave. We would 100% need to leave someone behind. And there's only 2, and there's only 2 people we can leave behind. One of them is June, right? Assuming Santa's prediction, right? That June's bracelet is actually 9. And Santa's bracelet is actually 0, then we're gonna need to leave one of them behind.
I believe I've won this game. I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is.
It's been a pleasure hanging out with you, good sir. You've been a fantastic character, both as an ally and as an enemy.
What the hell are you planning, Santa?
At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye. Wait!
Yeah, it's too late here.
What? Why isn't it opening? One more time. Now open!
Why won't it open?
No! What is this? Why?
Unless it's a 6? No, but we already had a 6th door, right? Let's see, we had a 4 and a 5. Right. Then we had a 1. Actually, no, back here. We had a 7 and a 3. A 1? Okay, yeah, we had a 6th door. Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, so this, I want it open, though. Huh. Is there something you haven't told us, Snake?
That digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Error.
Now! Ah!
That is, oh god! Just
Ugh.
beat his shit!
Oh, that was close. Too close. Thank you, Seven.
Now grab that gun and fire all, like, it's a revolver, so probably 6 shots. Fire every single one of those 6 shots into a wall, okay? Don't even try to hold him at gunpoint or anything. We outnumber him, it's fine. We do not need a gun here. We are safer without a gun.
Don't mention it. Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat.
Oh god, I love 7.
9 years ago? Then you must be...
Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
I love you, 7. You absolute gem.
Ace, you killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Musashido. So Nijisaki was the guy. So obviously Kubota, the ninth man. Nijisaki, he threw him into the third door, thinking it was Snake. But Musashido died in the captain's quarters, which we didn't have access to. So I don't know how he did.
Wait, Nijisaki?
Oh, right. You don't know yet. All right. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota.
Easy one, yeah.
You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him.
Yeah, that's psychological.
The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital route.
Yeah, it is the best. 9 and 0 are identical for the purposes of this game.
Which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3.
Yeah.
Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem.
Because he knew your real
He
identity.
knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank? You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota, but he was only the first.
Right.
Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room.
Thinking it was Snake.
However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
And you killed him.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki? Why? How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake.
Right.
Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid. But his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat.
Yep, so you took him out, right? We've already established
Before
this
he tries
much.
anything, I need to get rid of him.
I'm just confused on Musashido, because I remember we actually found Musashido in the captain's quarters. We arrived in there, and he was already dead, killed with an axe. The door was locked until we went in there using, I believe it was either the Earth or Sun key, and then after that, we had to solve the captain's navigation room puzzle. So I know for a fact that we went into the captain's quarters with Snake, so I just don't understand how he would have, been able to kill him. Like, if it had been another timeline, then we don't know what went on over here, in the first door, then that's fine, but the fact that we were with him, he couldn't have committed the murder.
That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number, and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel.
We're really doing the Danganronpa reconstruct the murder thing, aren't we?
Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed.
Right.
And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead.
Junpei's voice actor doing great again.
Snake?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new.
Yeah, I'm wearing some, and, he's absolutely drippy now. Not that he wasn't before.
Man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead.
I love him so much.
Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death.
Yeah, this is the one that I'm really
Clover
curious
and I were
about.
investigating the chart room. You came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room. You had been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle. Which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it.
Wait. So he went into the captain's quarters while I was talking with Clover, killed Musashido, then came back and reset the puzzle. What? This doesn't make any sense.
You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest.
I mean, I knew his blood seemed recent. That doesn't... I don't know if that even works
One
out.
blow was all it took. And then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse.
But the thing is, the whole thing of like he knew how to solve the puzzle makes no goddamn sense because we were in Zero's study. We know that he's designed the puzzles. You know, he's designed new puzzles, you know?
When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace, Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it. But why?
And also, how did he know Musashido? Okay, let's assume he had a reason to kill Musashido, so he goes into the captain's quarters to kill Musashido. But how did he know he was gonna be there? He had no way of knowing that.
Because of this.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
Let's see. Number 1. There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the Nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters.
Ah.
The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent.
That is, yeah, right. I remember the camera in the cap. Okay, so that's why he went into the captain's quarters.
Once
Makes
you've
sense.
confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please. Zero.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket.
So he had a special win condition. Aha, that makes sense.
That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first.
Right.
That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him.
Right, yeah.
But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem.
Literally every single action you've taken was according to Zero's plan.
I was little more than a puppet, in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back.
They played you like a damn fiddle.
Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap. But yes, this was a trap.
No, it wasn't a trap. It was like 10 different consecutive traps, and you fell into every single one of them. Like, it's kind of funny how completely and utterly fucked you've been.
It was Zero's trap, and I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki.
Yeah, 100%.
Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the Nonary game this time around was Zero.
And your bracelet is actually Zero.
And Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki. I was one of the kids in the Nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's 2 things you got wrong.
He's not Zero?
Number 1, I ain't Zero.
What?
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary.
Interesting. So then who is Zero?
But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say 2 things?
He did?
You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened.
But there was
That's not
more.
it. Revenge isn't the only purpose.
Right.
There's another reason you guys were playing the Nonary game. To save someone.
Save someone?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm sorry, what? What the fuck? Oh, there's a bug. That's probably fine. I'm sorry, but, she's dead! Oh, God. What the fuck? Are we, like, trying to resurrect her ghost or something? Is that what June is?
Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw... What? What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurashiki? Ugh! Oh, my head! My head, it feels like it's gonna pop.
7! What the hell is going on?
I don't know, I just... Oh! I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode!
What was the Nonary Project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time.
Right, to control people or
It was a
whatever.
project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon? for two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact.
So was the Akane we've been seeing, or June, I guess, just a sort of collective hallucination?
The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic. They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic.
Right.
The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up.
But yours wasn't.
But there was a mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She
Not
should
a
have been
receiver.
in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers, like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't.
Exactly, right, from other timelines and other times we've played the game, which is pretty, it's a cool way of doing the whole thing. I do quite like that.
How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
He knew. Because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. Simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures, then? Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside-down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom from a single stream into 2 branches. Right. Multiverse theory. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backwards. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backwards. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river, but I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am I, the 9th letter of the alphabet. But I am also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0. Not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. Akane, right. She's been transmitting information to us in the future from the past. So, Akane did actually die back then, but before she did, she transmitted information into the future. That information, helped, basically she planned this Nonary game. She used the information, she sent information to Santa 9 years in the future so that Santa would set up the Nonary game, and sent me information so that I would be able to solve the puzzles in the Nonary game 9 years in the future. And, okay, so I get that. This makes sense, you know. She's been, you know, this is Akane from 9 years ago, before she dies, essentially sending us information. planning the Nonary game in the future. It's very fucking cool. The question is, how are we going to save her? Unless what we need to do is send back information to her so that she can escape the Nonary game 9 years ago? But the thing is, how can we have information from the future? I'm not sure. Where did she go? And that also makes sense. If she's been transmitting from the past into the future, then it makes sense that when we've seen Akane here, all we've seen is just, a sort of collective hallucination. June. No. Akane. Where did you go?
Santa!
Ice Clover. Oh, shit.
Freeze.
Santa got the gun. You idiots. All of you. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head.
Get up.
Sure isn't about to take the gun off him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he just looks drained. I guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through that door, but...
Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
He can't get through any numbered doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
That's it? That's all he's gonna give us. Motherfucker, dude. What the hell does that even mean? Shit, they're out. And now the gate's shut. Well, looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door still opens.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
Yeah, we're stuck in here.
Oh, you mean we're trapped?
Yep.
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
Because if you take both of them out of the equation, where are we at? We have 2, we have 3... No, we don't have 3. We have 4, 5. We don't have 6. We have 7 and 8. Oh, we're 1 short. Wait, really? How are we... No, that doesn't make sense, does it? Huh? Oh, no, with... it doesn't work with, Lotus. Lotus is the reason why it doesn't work. If we didn't have Lotus here, we'd be able to just get out at the 9th door. Fuck.
No, you can't be serious.
It's in the name, so, should have expected this one. Oh, but he is. Shit, we gotta do something. Maybe we can still get out through door 9. There's the red. Yeah, alright, we can do this. I've just gotta... Oh, it's not gonna work. There's no way. 5 of us can't open this door. Alright. Is there any combination that'll work?
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
We have to get rid of Lotus, essentially. Sure, why not? I don't think we're gonna need them. Ever again. Yeah, she certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing equations. A lot of them. Oh man. She doesn't look very happy. Hey, don't need to be ripping pages out like that. Jeez.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
Alright, at least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she was writing. Let's see. The only combination that works is leaving behind Lotus.
What? And there's no other way?
Lotus. Looks like she's figured it out, though. Man, it's just too cruel.
Okay. Go.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot!
Oh, what the hell did that come from? Where the hell did that come from? Like she expected that about as much as I did.
If you're not... Look, it'd be bad, alright?
For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence, does he?
Yeah. If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, alright? End of story.
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Yeah, there's gotta be a way out.
too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
You're all idiots.
Baka! Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you're about to cry.
That being said, however, I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
Right, because it's not a 9. We've established that much.
Why?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace?
Meaning that it's actually some other number
I
for
couldn't
some reason.
see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier at the Red.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No! What is this? Why? The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9!
Yeah, but you're just getting played once again.
Why? Why isn't it opening?
Because Zero hasn't... Oh, I guess not Zero. Santa hasn't had his monologue yet.
Just to see, why don't we give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
Yes, that is what I said.
And yes, if June is 0, that makes sense because she was like, I am the 9th letter of the alphabet. You know, she would have the 9th bracelet. Doesn't work.
Right.
It ain't opening.
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
But he's changed it. So now what we need to do is figure out what is the new digital
You
route.
think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Shit. We can't get through that door, we can't get out. I mean, we could try to climb up to that grate, right? The walls are way too high. There's no way in hell we could get to the hole 7 popped out of 9 years ago. Maybe. All we can do is stand here and stare at this door with a 9 on it. Guess this is it. This is the end. Oh. Connie Vision! I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums, I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, and what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer. It started with a tremendous noise, like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. Yes! The start of the game. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him, and we became one. Instead of Junpei, somehow, inside of Junpei, somehow I find myself in Junpei's mind 9 years in the future. So, she, when she was about to die in the incinerator, suddenly flashed into the future. But I didn't lose myself. I was living in 2 realities at once. One was the present and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. This is kind of like how in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the one character, Robin, who essentially can't, like... In Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., specifically in Season 5, there's this, which deals with time travel, there's this one character called Robin, who is during the time that the show takes place, she's a kid, right? But in the show, they end up going like decades into the future when she's like an old woman about to die. And she has a special power in that she can essentially see the future, but it's weird because it's more like she has all the memories that she's going to have in the future. She already has them, and she's always had them. So she remembers the entirety of her life, but she can't really tell apart what is present and what is future very well. And it's like really kind of a curse, and it's a very interesting way of doing it. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
So during this entire thing, she was actually transmitting into the, she was actually, well, you know, in our Nonary game as well. That was my brother, Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up!
We ran down a long straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Okay. What the hell? Does this count as a different novel? Yes, okay. 2 of the boys got into a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It had been 2 hours since the Nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart, but just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake. Okay, so his real name is Light.
Hello? Everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
Okay, so, puberty did hit him like an absolute truck, holy shit. He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down, and we gathered around him.
I have a little sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q, and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
Okay, so Clover is actually her name. Interesting. As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 4-leaf clovers.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted.
Oh, you sweet child.
I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult. But my sister means a great deal to me. And I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way.
Right, that's the, that's where Santa got that sort of catchphrase, and which he told us. And he, yeah, so that's where he got the catchphrase that he told us. And, you know, because Akane ended up dying, that's why he hates it so much and doesn't believe in it. He doesn't believe in luck.
Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Snake is such a fucking Giga Chad, holy shit. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with numbers 9 on it, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Right, and this is where we saw what happened. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time, it was only the one. Right, only one group can get out. But if there was only one door, then that meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
We began to panic. And then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already, look at Snake just standing like an absolute Chad. Holy shit. Yep.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Yep, Hongo.
Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
You know, mildly concerning. You're all about to get burned to death. My brother Aoi swallowed hard and answered.
That means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, high up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. He was huge, frightening mountain of a man, as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him
Don't
Seven.
worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys.
Yeah.
I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like Seven said it did. 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by Seven. We crawled through the vent away from the incinerator. We slid down the hall. We came out on the other side of door 9. Yeah, what happened to her here? On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Aoi, Snake, and Seven. The other children, the ones who'd gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upwards like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona has slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized.
Oh, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
I knew I had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then, had I dropped it as we slid out? I had to go back. I had to. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me. I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think. I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows, and moments later, I felt a rush of winds as they ran past me up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down, down, down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran to the hallway and looked around frantically.
There it is!
It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back towards the stairs and freedom... Yeah, my boy showed up. I'm gonna kill this bug. There we go. The door to the incinerator opened, and a man stepped out. It was Hongo. Gentaro Hongo. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his mouth.
Come with me. We must continue the experiment.
I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongo's hand close over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
There was an edge of insanity in his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could.
No! Stop! Let go of me! Let go!
Yeah, and this is essentially what we, saw earlier. Hold on. I'm having some technical stuff. Just making sure everything's in working order. Yeah, everything seems fine. Okay. Keep going. But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
The thing is, you literally, that's like the worst way to grab someone. Like here? Like getting out of this is so easy. You just... Like, here, you can turn your arm much further than they can turn their wrist. Like, you literally, basically don't even need any kind of strength to do it. I mean, I guess if the strength difference was hard enough, they might be able to hold you, but it's honestly the worst way you can hold someone. It's not secure at all. He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
Help me! Somebody help me!
And right, that's when the other showed up. Then suddenly,
Akane!
the door to the stairs flew open, and my brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came Seven and Snake.
Akane!
He cried my name again as he leapt towards Hongo.
You came back!
I cried out. But then...
Ah, you're too late, idiot!
I love that line. Ha! You're too late, idiot! Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked towards the open number 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me, but behind him, I could see my brother, his fists clenched. But those fists never reached Hongo. With the cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would want to consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked on the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all, and walked past me, as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later... Interesting. The 2 other doors slid shut as well. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran towards the door with the 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
What was he doing with the red? I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice. My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. So how the fuck are we supposed to save her in the past? My voice echoed lonely around the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Then it started again.
Warning. Warning. Emergency Incineration Command has been acknowledged. Incineration will begin in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Okay. Holy shit. Man, I knew what it was gonna say, but that is one hell of a creepy voice.
I knew it.
Oh no, we're back in the present. Shit. Oh, that is cool. Oh, the way it just switches. Oh god. Oh, that's so cool.
Santa started the incinerator.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense.
She's so fucking confused. We can explain after we're out of the murder room? How does that sound?
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise. I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But...
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn. What kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means. Well, god damn it. Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. But you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out.
What? Why me?
Just shut up and stop this thing.
How the hell?
It's better love story than Twilight.
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because he was here
Because
before.
I looked for it 9 years ago.
Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Wait. Floor, it's moving. It's a puzzle. Let's go. Let's go. Oh god, I love the baby memes. What else can I say about it? But they're starting to get stale, but you know.
What is that?
Alright, we're back. What else could I say? The floor opened up and a machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer. I get it. I'm a computer. At least it kind of did. There was a monitor, keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. So we need to solve the puzzle, then transmit the solution back to Akane in the past so that she can then solve the puzzle and escape herself. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off, even as more took their place, and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. And I saw... It's still alive?! Motherfucker! Die! I'm gonna go get some toilet paper. Jesus fucking Christ, this thing. You're going down the toilet, you little bitch boy. And I dropped my phone. Of course I did. Now that the bug is gone, let me just adjust my pop filter because I hit it while trying to kill the bug. All right, let's get to it. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. All I can see on the screen is a reflection of my own face. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, just calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be okay. Man, I wish that thing would just shut up.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
That sounds like it might be Lotus's voice actor, actually. I'm not sure. Should probably... There we go. adjust the camera a little bit. Alright, back to this thing. If it's only showing up now, then it's gotta be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, move!
Hey, we're all tense later. That doesn't mean you get to shove people
It's turned
around.
on. There's nothing on the screen, though.
Well, yeah, but she's like the computer science person.
This is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
It's a puzzle, genius! For a computer scientist, your problem-solving skills are, like, negative. Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure that'll... There we go. Oh, well, at least it's on now. That's on the screen, though.
What is this?
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
As always, got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered across a 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle, the incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
Alright, puzzle, how do you work? Oh man, that goddamn voice again.
Incineration will begin in...
So I wonder if we're gonna actually be able to, like, swap back and forth between Junpei and Akane vision, like, at will, and we're gonna have to, like, solve the puzzle across the 2 different time streams.
13 minutes.
Which is gonna be very cool. Shit, 13 minutes. Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like it was about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry was a face, a frightening evil face. It was Hongo. How long had he been watching me?
Don't know what to do?
He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
Oh, really? But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
Alright, I got a pro tip for you. If you don't want to die, then all you gotta do is live. As long as you live, you'll be dead if you die. Laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears.
Terrible person! I hate you!
Oh my! How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice. I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty.
Democrat senators when you tell them they're war criminals. But my civility.
See? I've even left you a way out.
A way out?
Great game.
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
Huh?
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
Yeah, at his core, Ace is a scientist, and, you know, at the end of the day, this is a, you know, controlled experimental, setting.
The verification function of the red?
Then I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3.
So she's number 5 then.
Hey, Akane, what's your number?
I looked down at my left hand. The face on my bracelet showed a 5. I ran to the door with a 9 on it. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel.
You really aren't one for listening, are you?
I hear Hongo's muffled voice from across the room.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys. Now start the experiment. Solve the puzzle.
I can't!
I love him. It's just this eye. This is the last thing you see before you die. Holy shit.
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's gonna be quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it will be very painful.
And depends on the temperature. His horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Incineration will be 10.
Jesus Christ, stop with the fucking incineration thing. Solve the puzzle already. I was crying, great gulping sobs, broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor.
I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
You gotta. What was I gonna do? I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how I was gonna die. My palms were sweating, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on my sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready to drop bombs. But I keep on forgetting what I wrote down. The whole crowd goes, okay, I'm done here. And my blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot, so hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest, as if it would pound itself to pieces. I reached into my pockets, wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me.
So yeah, we are gonna need to do the puzzle.
Help me. Help me. Help me. Jumpy. 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 Please. Help me. Jumpy.
Akane?
Akane?
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just shut the hell up!
Seven and Lotus don't understand. I think Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover's looking at me. And I think Snake may have figured it out, too. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd she go? Maybe over here?
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! Say something!
Fuck! Something break our connection? I swear I just heard her.
Akane!
Shit.
Answer me! Akane!
Jumpy?
I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course. But I'd heard it so clearly. Like he was right there.
Jumpy!
I screamed as loud as I could.
Akane!
Jumpy!
That's her. She's there. Then that means...
Akane! Akane!
Are you in an incinerator right now?
Yes, I am!
Yes, I am!
How did you know?
Can't believe that he knew that. Now I understand what Santa meant.
There's only one way to help her. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
I think I get it now.
Incineration will begin in 7 minutes.
Jumpy, we don't have time!
As quickly as I could, I told him that I had solved the puzzle that I had to solve the puzzle to stop the As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in order to stop the incinerator.
Got it!
And I do. I got everything now. At last, I finally understand what all of this means. I know why the Nonori game was held today. Really? I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. Oh no, this is Junpei. Fuck. His voice, I guess, just cracked there. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. This is insane! I can't believe it! There's only one possible answer. June is 0. Kane Kurashiki. She created the history of the future. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means that there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane Kurashiki. I must save her, no matter what.
Incineration will begin in 6 minutes.
The voice reminded me of how much time I had left.
Yeah, I know. Just hang on, all right? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die. I promise. So don't worry, all right? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. I felt like my head was on fire. It's about to be! 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with my feelings for him. Alright, time to get to work, Junpei. Is Snake talking to them about something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. He's probably explaining this whole thing because it seems very bizarre. Get out of my way!
Hey, what are you...
Just trust me, okay?
Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake here than your pride. I'll apologize later, alright? Now let's have a look at this piece of shit. Got numbers all over grid. I think the panels are out of order. I just need to switch these out. Staring at it isn't gonna accomplish anything. I'll just have to try it.
Just think of what I did all those times before. I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
Yeah, puzzle time. Seek a way out. Alright, 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 alright. So we can't change that one. And we're allowed to switch one number out at a time. Can we do that? No. Interesting. So what are we supposed to do here? SRWP. So we can swap out various numbers. So what do we do? Press hint, and numbers appeared in the empty spots on the grid. They're all single digits. I get the feeling the numbers change when I switch out the yellow squares. But the square at the bottom, does it stay blank when I press hint? Button again makes the numbers disappear. Unless I can turn them on or off. There's some special meaning to there being two modes? What could it mean? Okay, so let's take a look here. So if we remove the R and put in a 3, these change. And it is consistent. Okay, so here, if I swap out a 3 for a 3, it remains the same. Got it. So let's put in a 3 here, right? And let's see what happens when I switch out this 3 for a 5. They both go up by 2. And if I instead put a 7, they go up by 4. Got it. And I'm guessing it's unary roots then, right? Or is it? Because 7, 8, and 3 are, yeah, 18, 9. Okay. So a number is made up by its unary roots, and I'm guessing these are just using hexadecimals for the letters then. So in other words, we just need to get every number here to be 9. Got it. Now, because this is a 1, right? That means it locks in what you know, a lot of this stuff can be. So let's keep the ones that are currently 9 as such and see about changing other things to accommodate. So let's up this by 3. So that's P, Q, R, S. So switch the P for an S. 9, 9. Got it. And then S, T, U, V, S, T, U. If we could get... Okay. So if we can just swap out the 7 with a 1. Okay, so 1 and S are the same. What about an A? A is the same. R is 6. P is 4. 5 is 2. O is 3. 3 is 9. There we go. They're all 9, right? Oh, shit. Is that not it? I flipped the hint off. All the empty spots look like the one at the bottom right. Does that mean they're supposed to match up? Yeah, I need to make all the numbers in the squares the same. If I switch out the yellow square, the numbers that show up on the hint change too. It looks like the numbers are affected by the adjacent squares. For example, instead of 3 with 4, the hint number increased by 2, but the hint just adds the surrounding numbers. Then what are we supposed to do here? Because I've gotten them all to 9. Right? At least that's what I thought I might have to do. The hint displays what the adjacent yellow squares add up to. Most of the answers should be 2 digits, but each square only has a single digit. They must be calculated a different way. Digital roots? If they're digital roots, then they'll always end up as 1 digit. Right, so I don't understand what this is supposed to be. Like, have the numbers, but there are letters here too. Wait, haven't I used the letter numbers before? Right, hexadecimal. Maybe I need to replace the letters with numbers. Okay, so if we replace the letters with numbers, then sure, we can do that. S should map to something, I have no idea. But if we just swap it around, yeah, okay, so S maps to 1, then W should map to 5? Yes. Okay, so we have no letters now. I think I got the gist. Oh! And then we need to okay. Shut up, Junpei. Shut up, Junpei. I don't care. This is password. Okay. So now it's just a change of swapping stuff around. Okay. So boom, boom. I mean, no. Then, Then do this. Pass. Word. There we go. We had to spell out password at the bottom. Okay, that makes sense. I got it. Please enter password. Makes sense? Guess it wasn't gonna be that easy, was it? We probably need to enter it as a number, right? Well, the digital roots would be if I had... Do I have my calculator with me? I do not. Okay. Yeah, so we probably need to enter it using numbers. And we need to do this hexadecimally, maybe? I need a piece of paper so I can write this down. Shit. Do I have anything handy? Not really. Fuck. Okay. I do not must. Do I have a notebook here? Yes. Okay, I have a notebook. Alright, perfect. This will do. And let's take a look here. So P should map to oh god. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. P is the, that would make it the 16th letter. And since it starts at 10, that would make it the, 20, that would make P 25, right? Here, I can just look this up. Tektronix, here we go. I think that's what it's called. Tektronix keys, no, not hexadecimal. It's, letters to hexa, yeah. No, that's an ASCII chart. I don't particularly care for an ASCII chart. Fuck, okay. Hold on. Base, 30. There. Number system base 30. I don't know. Literally anything else. Can I just get base 20? Let's see. Fuck. What about base 32? Oh god, no, I'll just do the mappings myself. A is 10. S is P O. Alright. No, P Q R S. So S should be 3 higher than P, so S should equal 28. Then W. TUVW? No, TUVW. So that's 4 more than S. So that means W is 32. And then XYZ. So does that make it base 35? Base 35 number system. Digits. Alphabetical number system. Alphabetical number system. If you're in the chat right now, I'm busy looking at math to try to figure out this fucking puzzle. Yeah, well, this is fine. So, yeah. So P is the 16th letter, which means if we set A to 10, that maps to 25. Then A is 10, S is, S is 28, because it's essentially just, you add 9 to the number, and that should give you it. So for example, A is 1, you add 9, it becomes 10. So for P is 16, that's 25, A is 1, that's 10, S is 19, so that's 28, W, 23, 32, O is 24, R is 27, and D is 13. Okay. So if we were to add all these up, what do we get? Calculator. So we have a 25 plus 10 plus 28 plus another 28 plus W is 32 plus a 0. I mean, not a 0, an O, which is 24. An R, which is 27. And a D, which is 13. That puts us up to 187. So that's the sum, and I'm just going to check that it's not asking for just the sum, right? And then 187 together becomes 9, 7, 18, 9. The digital root of password is 9. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Really?
Yes, that's it.
It was 9? Oh my god. What the fuck, dude? What the heck? I went through all that and the answer, that should have been my first fucking guess. Oh my god, of course the password is password. Of course the Nonary game final password is 9. Oh my god.
Akane, did you get it?
Fucking Unary is 9, that's insane.
Yes, I did! I solved it! I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did! Now I just have to press enter!
So do it!
Then what the hell are you waiting for? Push it!
Okay, I will!
I hit the enter key. Okay. How are we doing? I'm just checking up on the stream real quick just to make sure, everything's going as planned.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed.
Hey!
The system has been disabled.
You love to see it. You love to see it. I'm a genius. That was a pretty simple puzzle. The password is password.
Jumpy!
Genius.
It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I had left disappeared and I collapsed to the floor. For a while I just lay there, laughing and crying and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst. Doki doki.
Whew.
I can't quite believe I did that, but I am so glad. So glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit. So does that mean she actually does survive and then she actually plans out the whole Nonary game? In the future instead of what I thought, instead of just transmitting the blueprints to Santa? Maybe. If that's the case, then we actually didn't even have to worry there because, the future was already set in motion. I need to tell Akane.
Sorry, but things are kind of busy over here.
Like the fact that we've met her in this time period and she's still alive implies that she's already survived. We've already saved her.
I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
Oh, of course, that's fine.
Just hang up the fucking morphogenetic phone. I wiped tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over the corner of the floor. There were 2 bracelets Hongo had left behind.
Now.
Well, Seven and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give to someone who just saved your life, guys.
Junpei, are you...
Okay.
Shut it.
Right, okay, so maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. Oh, what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Alright, nothing holding me back now. Here goes. Wait.
Incineration will begin in 90 seconds.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
We have an extra layer.
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
Okay, maybe I didn't hit it hard enough. Just hit it again! Hit it again! Hit it again! Oh god, oh fuck, oh no. Okay, that's not working either. Alarm's still going off. What the hell is going on? I've got it all the right numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect. Why the fuck is this thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Wait, of course. That's why the numbers that showed up after the puzzle mean 2 + 5 + 5... 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then, door 9. No, that's it. The number on the door isn't a 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy shit. Of course. But the right number's in the red, and... It's letter. It's a G, right? At least I think that's the only letter I can think of. If it's a G, then G maps to 7, which, if we add us all up, 2, 3, no, not 3, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. No, that maps to 8, fuck. But G is 7, right? Oh no, that's on the alphabet. G actually maps to 16, which has a unary root of 7, so we're in the same fucking boat. Yeah, no, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not getting it right now. Red and...
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Don't have much time. Man, I sure hope they can just trust me on this one or we're all fucked. Alright, no time to explain. Just
Quick,
go.
Verify your numbers on the red. Verify? Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify!
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Hurry, 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 hurry!
Incineration will begin in...
I should probably have the chat up. That's kind of important, you know? Even though no one's here. But, you know, in case someone does show up.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
Jesus Christ, guys. Oh, thank fucking Christ. So yeah, the number on the door was an 8. No time to be happy. Time to go!
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go!
Come on, guys, move your ass! Okay, then roll through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time. So, Junpei, you mind telling us how you were talking to like a past version of Kane or something? Cause are you schizophrenic? And there goes the door. No, don't come done yet. You're not done. Still gotta find the dead. There we go. Also, I just realized why Snake's arm is so pale, because it's not a real arm. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
Man, that guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap,
Akane?
but...
Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. Nothing. So she made it out. The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother.
Akane!
Oi!
Cried his name, even though my voice was almost gone from screaming, and leapt into his arms.
Oh, Oi!
Akane!
Buried my face in his chest and cried again. I cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was at home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arm around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt that warmth of another human body in what seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever, but I couldn't. The moment I'd passed through that door, my bracelet had begun the countdown to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets. I left the ones Hongo dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. Took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective we'd call 7 in 9 years, and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open.
Let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Aoi was right. It was time we got moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. Took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. Time for more running. If they can get us out here, no wonder we're running so hard. Heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. So the issue is... Oh, give me a second. Where's... Alright, we're back here. Nothing at all special. Just needed to go do something. Alright, let's get back. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Okay, so as I was saying, so if she managed to get out, then that contradicts with the fact that 7 and Snake know. Which makes it interesting. So did we like change the timeline, or did she always get out and they actually just altered 7 and Snake's memories or something? So that they could set up the Nonary game again and then, you know, basically save, you know, get me to save Akane. Huh? Is 7 talking?
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8.
Right.
It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh? Why?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Yeah, but if we're going by, hexadecimal, G should map to 16, right? Hexadecimal. G, F, E, E, F, G. Yeah, okay, so hexadecimal ends at F, but in reality, G would map to, well, 16. So it should still not work out.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
Then how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
So that would make that door a, if we're 26, then that would make that a...
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10.
Right, yeah.
B is 11, C is 12, D...
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So, I guess you'd add alphabetical digits.
Yeah.
E is 14, F is 15, G is 16.
H is 70. I is 18. J is 19.
Right, I maps to right, yeah.
K is 20. L is 21. M is 22.
N is 23. O is 24. P is 25.
And 26 is
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
P.
Q.
Oh, it's a lowercase q. Okay, that makes sense.
26.
And what does that mean?
Wasn't a 9 on the door.
It's a q, yeah.
There's a Q. A fucking lowercase Q.
I thought it was a G, and that's why I was confused.
That's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Time for more running. God, my thighs are killing me. I swear, any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every single cell of my body is dying for air. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. No, I can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run like a bullet down a rifle barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. What are these analogies? I feel like we're running all the way back along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally. Make sure everyone's here. Last thing I want to do is leave someone behind. Jesus, I can barely breathe. Now, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together, you're almost there.
All right, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here.
Please do.
So, is this the exit? I guess we'll see. Big heavy door. But you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. More important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open now. That's bright as fuck, holy shit. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy, I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only because my brother and I were back together again, thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped. We're finally able to escape from the Gigantic. So we were able to save Akane in this sort of scenario. Interesting. On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone. Aoi whispered.
Yeah.
It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I wasn't sure. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This is only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years to save her. It's all like, you know, a time loop and shit. It's finally air. Ugh. Damn, that sun is bright. You can barely see anything. Gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait.
No way.
Building Q. You've got to be shitting me.
It can't be.
This is...
Yep. The building in Nevada. Built to look like the Gigantic, which is why the door had a Q on it.
This is the building in the Nevada desert.
Yeah, which meant it was never going to sink.
the mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
Which makes sense because in the previous 9 years, the Gigantic sank. Sure enough, there's a desert out there with mountains and all around it. Oh, there's sun. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. Don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Yep, you've made it out, so the bracelets are gone. Right, her bracelets. I guess I never really got a good look at the other side of one of these. See what's inside you. It's a little electronic chip. Like an ATM card. That's it? There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with. Figures.
Akane.
Jumpy.
So this entire Nonary game was a hoax. Nothing about it was deadly in the first place. It's just, you know, the only people that were ever killed were the people who were meant to die. Guess must be pretty crazy about a girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. Hello? Hello? Game? Okay, you're just being very dramatic about this for some reason. I don't know why. Is this it? You're not gonna explain anything else? The what happened with Santa and Ace? What this whole Akane business is? How does the timeline actually work in the first place? I guess this... What? There's still so many unanswered questions. You can't just end it there. Well, I'm gonna let the credits roll. There might be like an after credits scene or something. Because, like, did we go through all of the whole timeline? Because I know we had definitely a puzzle room and then a sort of a story section. But I'm pretty sure there were more, and then the ending, I guess that's 3. Is that it? Are we over? Maybe. But then there's still so many unanswered questions, like, okay, so are there just 2 different timelines? In one of them, Akane dies, in the other one, she lives, and we essentially just saved her in a different timeline? Or does she always live and just she's been planning this whole thing? Oh, here we go.
Are you okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
It was just before the end of elementary school. Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill looking down on the town as the sun slowly set. Okay, yeah, no, we still have a bit more.
How does it look then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first.
Well, let's see.
Right, this is the image that we saw in the credits. I saw it scrolling by and I was like, did we see that before? I don't think we did, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't say anything about it.
Looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing.
It's not a good description.
What does that even mean?
Junpei grinned and...
Ow.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless.
What did he do?
You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Yeah, get your shit kicked in? His knuckles were raw, so at least he gave a good punch. Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing is a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building, keys in the ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumpied in, and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I are all squeezed into the backseat here. I still can't believe we let her drive.
Oh, this is so fun!
This is a danger to our lives!
This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
Oh God, I love her so much!
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Okay.
Sure thing.
So so Santa got out with, you know, Snake or whatever. Now we need to go see him. Oh shit. God damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast. I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. Sure, throwing up a lot of dust. I mean, SUV stands for Sports Utility Vehicle, after all. It was a couple of hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline. The moment we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran at them, furious.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Jumpy, sprawled on the ground with a face covered with big swelling lumps.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out, and through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out.
I guess I could've...
Then why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
Because of what
Respectable.
they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but... I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
Oh, you mean the bunnies.
Yes.
Yeah, the bunnies.
The bunny murders. He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into the
They
wind.
asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so I...
Why would you tell them? Why would you volunteer that information?
Stuff I don't get.
Thank you, Junpei! The only reasonable one in this entire fucking game! Because they probably don't know any more than I do.
Well, I guess I should say Kentaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary Project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Oh yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty. No emotion. He looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore. So wait, Santa just left Ace for us?
Were you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
You could at least look me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces.
You broke the Geneva Convention, committed numerous war crimes, and murdered people! So you can see faces?! Cool origin story, bro. But it means nothing to me. Toss him out of the fucking... Toss him in front of the car!
Peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes, if you want to put it simply. But if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness...
I think that's enough of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on.
All right. So what's your second question?
You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, somebody's a little
My
nosy.
next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up.
Right.
During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic.
Right, that's why he knew so much about the
I
show.
also found out about Gordain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
That sounds like Hongo has something to say about it. Fine, I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Mandragora, of the family Solanaceae. I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Soparu.
Huh.
Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is gonna go on forever. Dave's going back on, Hongo. Just keep it off, it makes things easier. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride.
Here, this is for you.
What's this?
This is a for you doll. His name is Junpei.
Junpei pulled something out of his pocket and shoved it out his arms toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn, small enough to fit in my palm.
Are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, so that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
Oh boy. Yeah, so this is the doll that almost got Akane killed.
Why are you
Great job,
giving me this
Junpei.
anyway? It just seems really sudden.
Well, you know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much?
Okay,
I mean,
June.
we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then?
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
The Junpei voice actor is just not even trying to do a kid voice.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
What?
Yes, I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe.
I love Junpei's voice actor, but you should really try to do a child voice
So I
here.
give this, it me, so we always together.
Apes stronger together.
Oh, Jumpy.
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take.
I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell onto June's tiny yarn body.
Jumpy, I'll never forget you. I promise.
Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down towards the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat, bathed in the warm light of evening. Just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set, and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one the lights of the town began to flicker on. There's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now, as June. But how? Is it because I tapped into the Morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's see, that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense. He's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But Seven, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or wait, maybe that's not it at all. There's one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No. No way. He couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there. There's somebody next to the road.
Huh? What? Hmm?
I'm fucking done with this game. I'm sorry, what? I'm done. I'm just done. What? Alice is just when you think the game is about to answer one of his questions, it just poses a completely new one. The burning gaze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking insane? Don't forget your towel. Oh my god. I don't want a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference right now. I want answers, damn it! Answers! Is that... That's it. Okay, can we get out of here, please?
What the?
Save. No.
Ow!
Damn it! I'm trying to click the menu, motherfucker. Select the save slot. Now save here. No. Then back. Title screen. Yes. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? What in the actual fuck? I am so supremely confused. Can I look at the flowchart, please? I just want to look at the flowchart right now. And just take me over here to the ending, yeah. Is there... I don't get... Okay, so... June. The doll. Did she accidentally leave the doll in the incinerator and that's what Seven saw? I mean, that's, I think, what's being implied here with the usage of the name June and Akane. She accidentally left the doll behind, and that's what Seven saw, but then Seven also saw her dying, didn't he? At the library, zero study outside the... I don't know. But then that means that she... Okay, so I guess this ending is up to interpretation. I think what I think happened is either there are two timelines, right? And in one timeline, right, the timeline we currently are in, Akane died in the incinerator, but before she died, she sent a message into the future. She scoured the timelines, figured out what was going to happen, and sent all that information to Santa in the future. Then Santa, with the information sent to him by Akane, since he is a receiver and Akane is a transmitter, he set up the Nonary game and played it out exactly according to her specifications. That's why he means he's not zero, he's just her assistant. She's zero. So he plays out the Nonary game as in her, as she planned it out. And during the Nonary game, right, we do this whole thing, And then I, during the incinerator portion, connect to Akane in the past and help her solve the puzzle. At that point, the timeline splits into a different kind of path, which then leads to an alternate timeline where Akane is actually able to survive and make it out fine, meaning that the Nonary game of 9 years in the future never happened in the first place. That means there's two timelines. The current one, in which Akane died, and the alternate one in which Akane survived. And that then works out. Alternatively, assuming we're going with time loop theory instead of multiverse theory, Akane did survive. She always survives. We communicate with her, she survives, she leaves the doll behind by accident, it gets burnt or something, I don't know. Seven and everyone think that she died somehow, but she actually survived. Then her and Santa plan out the Nonary game, and they, set it up so that I will then save her in the past, and then that Akane will then grow up, set up a Nonary game so that Junpei can then save her, and then it's just an endless time loop. So it's really either one. I feel like alternate timeline makes the most sense from a consistency standpoint, unless Seven had his memories altered so that he thought that she died for some reason. I just don't know. I feel like, yeah, alternate timeline theory works the best. In alternate timeline, then, the June that we've been seeing walking around the ship with us has just been a sort of collective hallucination projected onto us by Zero from the past. If we're going with time loop version, then that is the real June. So yeah, either way, there's some plot holes, but I think I'm gonna go with, the thing is, alternate timeline is sort of not really satisfactory because it means that Santa went through all this trouble to save June just so that she'd be alive in a different timeline, which doesn't really make much sense. I don't know, unless, yeah, I don't know, I'm clueless here. I guess that's just the end of it. It really could be either one, and I'm just not really sure which one. I mean, alternate timeline version works the best. There are zero plot holes in it. It just seems kind of weird to me that Santa would go through all the trouble of saving Akane. They would just be in a different timeline. But the problem with but no, the thing is, alternate timeline theory then doesn't work out with June being there, because the thing is, of her projecting a hallucination to all of us seems kind of far-fetched. So then that's a plot hole. Time loop theory then solves the June's existence plot hole, and it solves Santa's motive, but then that also puts into question Seven's memory. So either way, something is off. There's a plot hole regardless of what way you look at it, and it seems like the game is not keen to explain it to us. And there's also the fact that 9 years ago she didn't incinerate in the Gigantic, but she was alive now in June. But now, how is it because it was trying to... Alright, let's say that makes sense. If I did, then how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Seven makes sense, he's blind, he didn't see around the enemies, but Seven, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or wait, maybe that's not it at all. There was one other logical explanation. Was that what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No, no way. You couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there. There's somebody next to the road.
So, like, is he implying that Seven maybe lied?
Huh? What?
Or, And then, obviously, this bit. Alice. Who, for some reason, they made her with a huge ass. I don't know why. And that's the end. Fuck it. I guess. Oh, I'm upside down. Here, I'm gonna go back to live, and I'm just gonna quickly look this up. Is this like a thing? Is there like another ending that I didn't understand? Here, I'm gonna pull up the wiki, see if they can tell me something about this. The card letter in. I know, that's it. There's nothing else. I just... What? Here, okay, there's a Reddit post on the subject. Let's see what it says. Here, I'll share my screen. I should have a... where is it? Window capture. Here we go. Add source, and you can capture, Chrome. Okay. So, oh, I should probably bring this down. Yeah, okay. So let's take a look at what this random Redditor is saying. Finished 9 out of 9, found the 6 endings, so deal, great game, maybe a bit too easy on the puzzle side, maybe thought they could have had enough to skip rooms you already did. There's probably minor gripes. That said, the ending left me reeling in a very bad way. And no, I don't mean the whole ending. The true end was quite satisfactory, actually. Well done, tension build-up, and even though while doing the other endings, I could predict where some plot elements were going, that Ace was a bad guy, Connie was zero, Snake was dead. The overall ability of the true ending is still very good. It was quite rewarding to see all the pieces of the mystery fall into place. What it's like was the very end of the true ending, so to speak. Oh, and by the way, I don't mean what I can only assume to be a Hugh lull ending. Last scene with Alice hitchhiking semi-naked. Granted, while I was playing, what I found out was Connie who died in the experiment. I thought maybe she died. She possessed Alice's body. Presumably, it was perfectly preserved. But of course, that didn't happen, so I think this scene is a joke by the developers, right? I mean, right? Well, be it canon or not, I also have no problem with it either way. What's bothering me then? Simple. The fact that after her life was completely saved twice, Akane simply fucking leaves, disappears. No thank you, no letter of explanation, fuck, even a lull. Jumpy, you saved me. Time, never forgot about Jumpy. I just want to get this shit together. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I guess I'm just done here. Oh, I need to flip myself again. Motherfucker. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That was the true ending, I guess. We have absolutely no idea how any of this actually works. Maybe the writers wanted to leave it vague. Maybe they just realized they wrote themselves into a corner there, and they were like, yeah, let's just leave it vague. Then Alice there doesn't make any sense. Alice there. Because Alice was on the Gigantic, but by the time Gentara Hongo found her, she was gone. But the thing is, if we go by the idea that, she was still on the ship and then got out or something, that's still the ship. That's not the Nevada desert. I mean, the Building Q is built to look exactly like the Gigantic on the inside, but it's not. So it shouldn't have Alice in it, of all things. So why was she there? Unless what that guy was saying on the Reddit post about Akane possessing Alice's body, but again, that body was somewhere fucking else. It doesn't make sense. How did she get off the fucking It makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense. If Seven was telling the truth and his memories weren't altered, this whole ending is an entire fucking plot hole. The only way you reconcile this is that Snake's memory was altered in some way, so that he wouldn't remember that Akane actually lived the whole time. Yeah. I guess. Is that it? Is that the thing? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It's gonna do it for 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, this fucking series. Ended in a... I'm just gonna say, this ending is fucking garbage. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I do not know what you want me to tell you. This ending is fucking garbage. I don't care what people say. This is garbage. You did not do an ambiguous ending with plot holes. It doesn't feel like it's a sort of open ending. Because I legitimately cannot think of a single way this ending would go that wouldn't be complete bullshit. So it really just feels to me like the developers wrote themselves into a corner and were like, well, no matter what ending we give, it's not going to make any sense. So let's just not give one, guys. Instead, we'll do a cliffhanger with Alice. And the thing is, they were never planning to make sequels anyway, so they knew this was, they were planning this to be the whole, and it's not like this is going to get expanded on in the sequels or anything. Probably fucking not. So I don't fucking know. It literally feels like they just wrote themselves into a corner and didn't know how to get out, so they just decided to make it a interpret it your own way ending, which, to be fair, that might not actually be the case. This might have actually been the intended thing, but the fact is it doesn't make sense, so you can't do that. Oh, God. I don't know. You just... There's no closure. Like... Like, I love this game, pretty much everything other than, the very end, with not telling us anything about how the time loop and thing works. Like, everything else, you know, communicating with Akane through time, her being like the fucking demigod, they can, like, see, like, multiple timelines and shit, that's fine. Everything is fine. I love everything about this game. The ending sucks. That's it. I'm Joaquin. This has been my playthrough of 9 Hours, 9 Doors. I have nothing else to say. I'll be live with Ace Attorney starting Thursday. I'm gonna go fucking kill myself now. Oh yeah, and subscribe. I forgot to say that. Subscribe. This ending has killed my mental sanity. Fucking hell.